Today my hands are like blocks of ice. It's about 2 degrees centigrade, so it is absolutely freezing. I think the technical term for the weather today is it's freezing cold and blowing a hoolie. Well, they did say it would rain today, so I wore a hat. Shouldn't get wet now. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name's Steve and that's Howie. My name's Steve and that's Howie. Found my first composition. I'm not quite sure if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try it anyway, because if it does work I'll be well happy. Right, first image of the day. This is going to be my first image of the day. Top of a hill, so we're up nice and high. We've got this tree here, it's got no leaves on it whatsoever, so that'll make for a good foreground image. Alright, so there's about 15 minutes of sunlight left. I've been walking around the woodland. I could not find a single thing. It's quite disappointing really, because the light has been really fantastic even in the woodland, but just couldn't find anything. About an hour and a half I've been walking around in there. Right, I'm not quite sure if I made an error or not this morning. I've been trying to chase the light. I started off in the distance there, where those pine trees are there. That's where the little river was and where I started filming this morning. Then I thought, well, I'll leave that for a minute and I'll go to the next place, which is that forest in there. And again, the light wasn't that good. So I'm now heading just behind me. There's another little woodland there. I'm going to take a look, see what it's like in there. The only thing is, exploring all these places, it does take a lot of time to walk. I mean, from there to there's 2 miles, from there to that one's 2 miles. So you're just missing, sometimes you might be missing some of the good light just in the fact that you have to walk everywhere. So I'm going to make this my last place to film. I'm going to set up in this woodland here, and this is where I'll be getting all my images from, hopefully. See you in a minute. Right, now I've got it on the tripod. I've got a polarizer on, and by turning it just right, it eliminates all the glare out of the picture, because obviously where it's been raining, all the leaves are really shiny, and I just want the leaves to pop. I don't want anything around the outside to pop at all. Just I want that, all that to be dark. I'm going to use that as a vignette. I'm going to, it's on manual focus, so I'm just going to zoom in to where the tree is. Those colours are absolutely amazing. I'll just get that about there. We are on a 1/6 of a second, f5.6 and ISO 100. I've zoomed in at about 50 mil or so. That does look pretty good. I'm going to take a few more of these. I might even go to the left and go to the right as well, just to see if I can get the light to fall differently, but I am restricted because I have got a holly bush here and I've got a tiny little fir tree just to my left as well. But I think where I am at the moment, it'll just give it enough breathing space at the bottom. Right, let's hope this comes out when I process it. Well, I finally found the composition that I want, so I am going to use the tree on the left hand side to frame the image, and then I've got obviously the Scotch pine behind, and on top of this fallen tree, let me just zoom in, I'll show you. We've got this branch that sticks out and that points towards the other tree, which I think makes a very good composition actually. So I'm just going to dial into where I want to get the focus to be. I want it to be at the forefront of that fallen tree there. Let's zoom in and make sure that we have got total focus on that. Nothing worse than an out of focus photo because it's useless. There we go, that's spot on. Let's come out of that. Now I'm going to take a few images. I'm going to take this one now. We're on f5 ISO 100 and a 30th of a second. I've underexposed it just slightly. The changing light is changing all the time. The sun keeps poking its head out and then going away again. So it's going to be a few images that I'm going to take at the moment just to see when I get back which one's the best one, because obviously all the lighting conditions are going to be different for this image. Right, I'll pop it up now. Tell me what you think. Right, I'm not quite sure if you can even see it in the back of the camera, but I am going to zoom in where I want, which will be the frost covered branches, and I'm going to manually focus that, get that as sharp as I possibly can, which is there. Right, we'll come back out to take a look at the image. Yeah, that looks good because we've got backlit and the sun's just coming through from behind and it's really lighting it up. So let me take that as 1/400th of a second, f5.6 ISO 100. I don't want to underexpose this picture and I don't want to overexpose it, so I've got it the meter dead in the middle at the moment. I don't know if it needs to go up a stop or down a stop, but I don't want to blow the image out, but at the same time I don't want to get it too dark either because it just look weird where you're shooting directly into sunlight. So it is a really bright image. Let me just take it up a stop, see if that makes any difference. So 1/250th of a second, f5.6 ISO 100. Let's see if that's any better. That's a little bit better actually, so I'm quite happy with that. That'll look good in Lightroom once I've messed around with that a little bit, just brightened it up possibly. and I think I'll call it a day now. It's well, it's nearly midday, so I've had a good walk, been here since about 7:30, 8 this morning. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, see ya.